Hello there, Captain Prairie here. Today I'm going to be working on the old four-wheeler. Let me get you here. This here is like a 1996 Kodiak 400. Pretty good running machine, but it starts hard, difficult, very hard to start. Takes forever. So I'm gonna go through the carburetor. In order to do that, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna take off all these. Try to take this here off, or at least some of it. I wonder if that'll just swing out of the way after I get them bolts off. We're gonna have to take this off, the plastics maybe. Well, I probably won't have to take these off, but I got to get under there so the seal come off. I mean, I'll just have to. I looked at it one time, and for some reason it just seemed like it was gonna be a bugger. I have to lift the fuel tank out the way. Things that I probably won't address at all. This here doesn't work, so fuel pours into it all the time. I may leave this, take this out, put a switch in here. That just looks a bit overkill to me. I don't know. Pull start, yeah, right. I don't think the decompression valve works in it. This here wheel is different from the other ones. That's got a slow leak on that I'll do nothing about because at 6 months you got to put a couple pounds of air in it. This, of course, I built. I use that for running on my trailer just around the compound here. Brakes seem to work. Let's see what else on this thing. I am going to probably have to, well, I'm going to change the plug there too, or at least take it out and scrape it off. Make sure it's good and clean. Other things I probably ain't going to do nothing about just yet. One of these boots is, yeah, that one's tore. Not going to do anything in that just yet. That one's tore as well, so at least they're the same. I don't ride this thing very much, but I have a project, a recon project that deals with that, which is coming to a Captain Prairie video near you soon. But I'm gonna take all these plastics off, get to this carburetor, and then I'll bring you back because I gotta run that thing, the jet engine, so I can keep it just a little tolerable in here. Winter projects, you know. So let's get started on that. I'll bring you back once I get down to that there carburetor. So stand by. All right, here's the setup. Took this here off. Probably didn't need to, because I could get to these bolts real easy to just lift the tank up so I can get to the carburetor. Before I get to the carburetor, I need to drain the tank out as much as I can, and then I'll just leave the tank up, which is just these two bolts, and that should be enough room for me to get that carburetor out of there. Took the air cleaner out, did something with that. It's not bad, but there is in the bottom of here where the air cleaner is, full of oil. Not full. Let's see if I can do this without dropping stuff. I don't have any artificial light to show you down in there, but you can see it's got a little bit of oil down there, which I don't know, doesn't seem to burn any oil. So probably just something else I'm gonna ignore. We'll see. Let me see if I can get this off here. I don't like this setup anyway, so I might just get rid of this filter. There we go. Okay. So well, it does kind of stop when I get it to there, kinda. It still dribbles. I'm sure you can see that. See that? I don't trust this thing. hope you can see it. That's off. This is reserve. That's on. Off. On. Filled slitter. I want to see, this is a clean fuel tank. Once I get this drained, I want to see, well, if I was going to do that, I probably should have taken it off the other end. So it's going through the filter. I wanted to see if the tank was clean, which it is. It seems to be. But I don't have enough length on this here hose to, well, I might could. Let's see if that'll pull off there. Great. Run out of fuel for this. There we go. Tank is down. This is probably boring. I'll have to fast forward this to editing. Yep, figures. I'll let that go. Bring you back when I get most of it drained out and be ready to move on to the next step. Stand by. All right, carb is out. In order to get the throttle off, I think we need to take this here plate off of. 3 screws ought to do it. What are you doing? 4 screws, 5 screws, 6 screws? Sure. Part of the reason that I do videos like this is one, because I look for videos on how to do stuff if I don't know how to do stuff. And I'm sure a lot of you do as well. But also, when it comes time to put all the stuff back together, my memory isn't all that good. So, helps to have a reference. To put things back together. Just as I suspected. Okay. That up, this out. And that has a deal where you can just slip it around that. So now this throttle cable just slips through there. There we have it. Where are you at? What are you looking at? Okay. We'll put these 6 screws in there. And then we'll get this over on the bench. That looks like the idle. Maybe. Here's your, what you call it, the squirter. Looks like it might be out of alignment. Let's get this over to the bench, take her apart. All right, here we go. I have what I think will be all the tools that I'm going to need. No idea where I need to start with on this. Might as well take the bowl off first. I should spray, get some of this filth muck off there. The inside doesn't look too bad. I mean, that part anyway, other than the gunk I just sprayed into it. Same there, it looks pretty clean. Okay. For Pete's sake. So I'm not very good at multitasking here. There's that one. Now the symptoms on this thing were that, like I said, started very, very hard. Took forever for it to start, even if it was a warm day out. And as it gets colder, really doesn't like to start. So you end up draining the battery down. And then hope the generator can charge it back up while you're riding around. All right. 4 screws. Let's save that. Well, look at that. I don't think that spring was all the way in there. Look at the replay. That fuel looks pretty clean. That actually looks very clean in there. There's a jet over there I need to take care of. That looks okay. What jet is that and how do you get it out of there? What if I've got to, this thing is small enough to get in there? Nope. Sure isn't. Come back to that. All right. Let's take this one out. It's a 45. That one appears to be open. I'm going to leave that just like it is so I don't lose that. The challenges that I'm faced with here, A, don't know what I'm doing. Absolutely no idea. Looks like a real tiny. I bet I'm gonna have to look for a. This might be a fuel screw or something. So we'll go half, 1, 1 1/4 out. Actually, it looks pretty gosh darn clean. Spring and a little thing with it. That's a metering rod. So we'll spray into that. You got this here, don't know what that goes to. And then that there is where that one goes to. Okay, need to get this guy out of there. Probably should take a look at the needle and see. If I can get the thing out of there. The knurled part goes down. Seems okay-ish. Yeah. Seat looks pretty clean in there. All right, I'm gonna search around and find me a screwdriver tiny enough to get into there. And then I think all I'm gonna do is spray into some of them passages. Take this filler out, looks like it's been out before. Felt a bit crusty there. That might just be the drain too. It's got an O-ring on there. Looks like it just goes to that. Through that channel. Nope, it goes down into the bottom, so that would be just a drain. So I need to get this little guy out. That doesn't look like I can get anything out. All right. Choke seems to be working fine when I do that, so I'm not going to monkey with that. I don't know anything else that I really want to monkey with. Maybe this. Let's make sure everything's moving as it should. Got a little something in there. Nothing I can do in here. So I think what I'm going to do here is find me a little screwdriver. Need to get that little guy out and this little guy. And then I'm just going to spray some carb cleaner, or not, probably not carb cleaner because I don't have any. Use brake parts cleaner and just spray into all the passages. I'm hoping that this guy here is plugged, because if that's the pilot or the starting jet, one of these has got to be plugged. All right, well, let's see if I can find for a tiny screwdriver. Hold your horses. Calm yourself. All right. So I've got this one pretty near all the way out. And there it is all the way out. That's tiny. Can't tell. Yeah, that one's clear. Put that one over here. My theory that it was all clogged up is not looking good. It's debunked. Unless the actual passages are. That one looks pretty clear. Great. So great. Fizzle sticks. I don't know if there's anything else I can get out of here. Gingerly try to spray this out without getting any in my face. Oh, for Pete's sake. Whereas my grandma used to say, for cat's sakes. There we go. All right, that goes to nothing. That seems clear. Don't know where this one goes. Everywhere. Right there. Okay, let's do this guy here. It just sprays right back at you. That's same with that. Here's a seat. That sprays right back in your face. Actually, it comes up there. All right, there's this little guy. See, it looks like I can take that one out. Nope, gonna leave it. Not gonna risk it. Actually, this thing is actually pretty clean. Pretty surprised. That's just a vent, I think. And then, which one of these can I actually blow through? That's a 145. Yeah, that one's clear. Clear as a bell. This thing's pretty clear. This must be the pilot then. That was clear. What does this button do? Spray it back in your face. What does this guy do? Comes out here. Hope you're getting all this. There's another one in here somewhere. Yeah, everything is looking good. Shoot fire, I don't know. Now the trick is to see if I can remember where all these Hanyakkers go. Is that my little pilot? Or is this my pilot? I think that's my pilot. It should go in there. Or does it go in here? Nobody knows. It goes there. I'm going to have to re-look at some things here. Actually, what I should do is get my air compressor out and blow all that stuff out. Gonna fire that up. Probably look back in the video and find out where things go. Hold on a second. All right, looked back on some video here. This is the little one. I don't see any numbers on it to indicate what what's what. That one will go in here. It's a good idea to video yourself. Okay, and then there was one on the bottom here. So this is the kind of a blunt end, and that's just the bowl drain, I believe. So that one will go in snug. Okay, this one was 1 1/4 turns. So let's run that all the way in. Half, 1 1/4. And then in here, it's kind of a longer bullet type. I think this is the Pilot, maybe. I didn't see numbers on there to indicate what size it was. Surprisingly clean. So I probably just took all this stuff out for nothing. Other than peace of mind. All right, floats seem to be okay. Let's get Mr. Needle in there. My hands are filthy. I should be washing them off. And then the knurled part goes in first. Today, there we go. All the way through there, young buck. There we go. And then, so this here, last one, has a copper washer, and then it's a 145 jet. Got that little plastic hoodookie on there. I really expected to see this thing just filled with dirt. Well, shoot. So all this is put together. We sprayed through everything, including little deals like that. So this is going to go on like this. Spring in there for the really expected something different here. I guess we'll see by blowing it out if it helped. See if I'm the magic man. I wonder if part of the problem might be the fuel delivery with that filter in line like that, because it'll sputter some when you get up to speed. You can't run it wide open. It won't go that far. You gotta feather it. So it's not just a starting issue, it's the running wide open issue as well. I wonder what this is. Maybe we should pop that open just for yucks. Just because of spring loaded, whatever it is. Now, like I was saying, the issue I have, no carb kit, no knowledge of what I'm doing here. Wow, that's really spring loaded. So I got a spring. And then this here diaphragm. It's nice and limber. Like me doing yoga. A bit gritty right there. But that's nice and limber. That looks a bit yucky. Great. Remember how this went on there? Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Nope. Yup. Okay, that looks legit. Kind of get that rascal in there fairly tight. And I suppose if we go on this far, we might as well take the top off and see how that diaphragm's looking. This is a Zoom carburetor. We've come so far. Let's just see. It was a little loose. Oh no. Oh, you rascal. I believe this is spring loaded as well, so I'm going to keep my finger on top of that. Not spring loaded whatsoever. Gasket looks like it might not have been in there correctly. Could be wrong. Nobody knows. It's just a slide in there. Everything appears to check out. Yummy. Look at that gasket. Is that just the way it come out, or was it? It's all bent up. Didn't see anything sticking out. I got a feeling this is going to be a rascal to get back in there. This gasket looks like it got too big. It's close right there. Might put a little bit of grease on this to help get it in there. Properly. That's pretty darn close right there. This side is good. This side is not. So I think what I'm going to do is start these, because this side is pretty good. And then I can manipulate and it looks good. This looks satisfactory at best. That actually looks good. Let's realign this. Definitely looks like that gasket at one time had swolled up. Well, we've gone through the whole carburetor. If nothing else, we cleaned out the outside a little bit. Everything looked pretty clean, which is sad to say, a little disheartening, because I was hoping there was going to be dirty jets and all that business, but I guess it checks out. That gives me peace of mind. All right, I'll try and wrestle this thing back on there. I'll check over all the other things in there. The rubber, still make sure there's no cracks in it. Rubber boots and stuff like that, but everything looked pretty good when I was taking it off. I think I may do this off of camera, unless I come up with something interesting to film. But next thing we should be doing is starting this thing up. Hope so. Stand by. Okay, moment of truthfulness. I didn't put any more fuel in here. Let's go to reserve. Check for leaks. We'll let that fill up the bowls, I hope. The bowl. I might have to put some fuel in there. Any leaks? Can you see anything? I don't know what to do with that. It had a smaller filter in there when I bought the thing. I guess we could. Where's that red ball? Let's see if we're right there. I'm gonna loosen that up just to see if we got any in the hole. Not a big screwdriver. Nobody knows. There it is. So if I loosen this guy up, where'd you go? And fuel leaks out, then we've got fuel in the bowl. Yep, there we go. Okay, we got fuel. Before I put this cover on the seat on, what was that? Sure. It's on run. Where's my choke? I never can find this thing. Choke it. There we go. Well, I'm going to call that a success on account of it has never started that easy unless if it was warm. This is a stone cold start, and it fired right up. So whatever I did, probably on accident, seemed to have worked. 1996 Yamaha Kodiak 400. I hope you got something out of that, because it was a typical Captain Prairie riding struggle bus. So there's a few other things I need to do with this. I don't think the fan is working. I'll have to chase some fuses on that. I'll have to fix those boots on the axles there. But if you got anything out of this, give me a star for the day. And if you want to see more stuff, or this kind of stuff appeals to you, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And we'll keep going. I got a couple more projects coming up that we're going to monkey around with. So I'll let you go on this one. Thanks for watching. Comment, subscribe, whatever you need to do, and we'll catch you on the flip side. Peace.